kababayan, ang i-react natin ngayon ay mga reactions ng mga foreigner or foreign YouTuber about sa pag-aresto ni Russian vlogger Zdorovetskiy, Vitaly Zdorovetskiy. Yun ba yun? Zdorovetskiy, paano ba yan ipopronounce? Basta Russian vlogger na sa Vitaly na nag-disrespect sa mga Pilipino doon sa Pilipinas. Alam nyo, mga pro-Marcos, pro-Duterte, united muna tayo ngayon ha. No topic muna sa politics, united muna tayo ngayon na dapat po talaga may consequence po talaga at parusa itong si Vitaly dahil sa pag-disrespect niya ng mga Pilipino at ang mga foreign YouTuber po, ay, tumalsik yung laway ko. Yung mga foreign YouTuber po ay natuwa sa pag-aresto niya. So, panoorin po natin yung mga reaction nila. Ito na yun.
Vitaly has been arrested in the Philippines. Thank you.
Kababayan, ito si, yung YouTube channel niya, Music Game News. So, panoorin natin to.
Thank you. I am so happy about it. So, this dude is a social media influencer / YouTuber who came to the Philippines not to enjoy the wonderful things that the Philippines has to offer. No, he came here to harass and disrespect the country and its citizens, okay?
So, kung hindi nyo pa napanood ang live video na yon from Vitaly, marami pong nag-repost niyan at nag-react dyan sa YouTube. So, panoorin nyo na lang. Like, for example, sa channel na ito, makikita nyo rin po. So, panoorin nyo lang, search nyo lang. Kasi po, hindi po talaga maganda yung ginawa niya sa mga Filipino.
So I had to talk about it and inform you, you know, and warn you just in case you come across this person. So he's been arrested. We are going to read a couple of news articles about it because it is a follow-up video, okay? But before we start, maligayang pagbabalik sa akin channel. Ako po si Villa. I'm a sound engineer, beatmaker, and content creator on YouTube based where? In Manila, Philippines. Okay, so this actually pertains to me because not only do I reside here, but I'm also a foreigner, okay? And this guy is ruining the reputation of content creators, but also foreigners in the Philippines, and we do
delightful.
Tama po yan. Kasi po ngayon, lalo na sa BGC, yung mga security guard, baka may iba ng mga idea or yung mga tao dyan sa BGC or sa Boracay or wherever in the Philippines na mga tourist area. So ngayon, lalo na sa mga content creator, pag may nag-vlog dyan, para may mga borderline na sila.
News as represented by the thumbnail on this video. I take no joy when others suffer hardship. However, when somebody gets the justice that they deserve, I definitely am thrilled to hear about it. Maybe it'll make this guy behave, but I doubt it. He's probably going to be like Johnny Somali. And then once he gets out of here, he'll be talking smack and he doesn't have to worry about it because he won't come back. But I hope that you know, the detaining, the arresting of this guy, this Russian-American guy, Vitaly, I hope that they take a while to process his deportation while they thoroughly investigate all of the...
Saan kaya siya i-deport? Diba hindi pa siya US citizen? Ano pa siya? Green card holder. So kung i-deport siya sa Russia, hindi sa US.
Things that he had done wrong. If you're not familiar with him, I think the one video that brought all of this to everyone's attention was of him harassing a security guard, stealing his hat, and then harassing a Filipina. He even, on 5th Street at the 3D billboard or the 3D bulletin board, whatever you want to call it, that big 3D screen on 5th and High Street, he actually took one of the marshal's motorcycles and, you know, thinking that it's funny. This is a big reason I left the United States because you can't walk...
Para siyang tililing, di ba? Para siyang tililing talaga. Parang ginagaya niya si Mr. Bean, pero hindi nakakatuwa. Mga ganyan.
Through the mall without some jackass thinking that they're cute by causing problems, screaming, or doing whatever. You know, the crime, everything else. I love the United States. I'm a proud American. I don't like the government that's allowed these things to devolve and our culture to devolve in the United States. But a huge reason that I'm in the Philippines is because it's a kind country and they don't tolerate this stuff. They don't tolerate the blue hair setting fires to cars. They don't tolerate cities being burnt to the ground. They don't refer to those as peaceful protests. Let me tell you, you come to the Philippines and you F around, you will find out. So thank you to my Filipino brothers and sisters for doing what they need to do to protect their...
Yeah, isa rin doon kasi maganda ang BGC, di ba? Ang question doon, kung nangyari yan sa ibang place sa Pilipinas, kung ganyan ba talaga kadali na naaresto si Vitaly or dahil lang strict doon sa BGC. Buti na lang, doon siya sa BGC gumagawa ng mga katarantuduhan kasi nadakip ka agad. But what if sa ibang place ng Pilipinas?
Their citizens, and by virtue of that, they protect us, the visitors and the expats here. Now, I did see the video is coming up with this. I've got the full video of this guy being arrested, and he was so polite, and it was just like, yeah, you're gonna realize now. You're gonna find out what's happening. There's a fellow that walks around BGC. His name is Brian the Lion. He's a nice young man. I've waved at him. I don't think we ever had a conversation. He just very nice and polite, smiles and waves. But he did a video. Just Google it. Find his channel. Brutally assaulted. This guy was brutally assaulted. Now, it wasn't clickbait. Assault is not actually hitting somebody. Assault. If I do this, it will create reasonable apprehension, and I'm going to punch you, right? This is assault. So they...
Sa Pilipinas, okay lang na ang mga ganyan kung ka-close mo, relatives mo, friends mo, yung parang joke, di ba? Pero pag stranger na yan, tapos nagaganyan ka, iba talaga, iba ang take-up ng mga Pilipino.
They got into it on the street, but it was great to see this guy. I'm glad that he posted it. It was great to see this other young Westerner call him out for the piece of garbage that he is. So now he has been arrested. We're going to show the video and
laying on him for sure. You know what I'm saying? What are we thinking about our boy Vitaly over here?
They are mother and son. YouTuber din sila. Nag-react sa about kay Vitaly. So, panoorin nyo na lang yung kabuuan ng video doon rin sa channel nila.
Next week.
Nah, no, he did go to jail. Well, he didn't go to jail, but he did go to the station. He got arrested, so I don't know if he's gonna get charged with anything.
Chat, should I do it for chat? Should I do it for chat? Basically, chat, should I go to jail, chat?
Ginagaya niya sa Vitaly, yung nagsasalita si Vitaly doon sa BGC. Kasi nakainis naman talaga, di ba? Parang tiriring.
Like, come on, you asking your chat? Should I?
This is hilarious.
In the rest of my life? Or should I just stay here? And I'm not talking about like die. I'm talking about like, should I just like end my career and everything? Or should I just turn around and walk away? You shouldn't even have to chat any of that. You should use your brain to say, let me keep going.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I
like,
got no more final connection, nothing.
well, the boss basically said it best. Yeah, if he want to keep doing this, John, well, obviously he shouldn't. But if he want to keep doing this, John, he's going to get consequences. Like I say, stupid actions have stupid consequences. I say it like almost all the time, like every other vid. And that's exactly what's going to happen with Vitaly. But like 15 Minutes the Same said, if anything more come out about him, of course, we're going to be here to cover it and all that type of jazz. But if not, well, we know where he's at. Well, then we'll know where he's at. That's tough. I ain't gonna lie. But again, shout out 15 Minutes Shame. Slide it over to the end screen.
But one thing I really do hope that they ban him from the Philippines and not let him come back, because this is just bad for everybody else, especially foreign people who come to the Philippines trying to enjoy themselves and show the Philippines and also have a good experience. So yeah, send him, deport him. Don't let him come back to the Philippines.
See if you saw my other
Huwag mo na i-deport, di ba? Kasi di ba, nag-file yung BGC na dapat makulong muna siya. Dapat makulong muna siya ng ilang buwan dun sa...
update. Vitaly was caught. He was widely covered by Philippine social media. And let me just show you one here.
Itong Legal Mindset, mga kababayan, magandang channel po to. So, panoorin at i-follow nyo siya sa YouTube. I really like this person, Legal Mindset.
And the looks like the media in the Philippines, and this is something that, once again, thank you to Frank. I'm not going to dox your last name or anything, but thank you for sending me those emails. I got all of them. They were on top of it. This is translated. It's in Tagalog.
So by the way, meron siyang reaction yung sa ginawa ni Vitaly, meron din siyang reaction nung naaresto si Vitaly. So ito, update na lang po ito.
And I don't expect I expect my Filipino brothers and sisters to know Tagalog, but not the rest of you. It's got the translations on the bottom. You can see here, I'll turn the volume down a little bit.
Aakalain mong simpleng vlog lang yan. Ang lalaking nakaitim na t-shirt, nilapitan ng isang ginang na naglalakad sa labas ng mall.
I'm gonna rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money.
Pero ang babae, hindi siya pinansin at dire-diretso lang na naglakad. Ang foreigner naman, may pahabol pang panlalait.
Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal. Go get your vaccine.
Sa sumunod na kuha, pumasok ang
So,
lalaki sa isang
once again, they were right on top of this. This is what I want to kind of point out. Right on top of the coverage here. They were spreading this around on social media. They were clipping this. They were sharing this. And I think that goes a long way. I think and this is actually 6 minutes of coverage of this. We've obviously watched this. You've got the police officers here. You've got the footage. I'll play this here of him coming in.
Kahapon, tuluyan lang naaresto si Vitaly. Ayon kay Bureau of Immigration's Intelligence Division Chief Fortunato
So arrested, we're going to get into this, by the Bureau of Immigration, and we're going to get into why that's important.
Idineklarang undesirable foreign national si Vitaly, kaya ito naaresto sa bisa ng isang mission order. Sa ngayon, nasa detention facility.
Wala man lang sorry, no, nung inaresto siya. Wala talaga, hindi siya nag-apologize, mga ganyan. Makikita mo naman sa mukha o sa action niya. Wala talaga.
Sa Camp Bagong Diwa ang vlogger habang hinihintay ang deportation proceedings. Para sa 1PH, Ian Suyu, News 5.
So that was the report on the local news. So that was a clip that got shared around a lot on, I know, Philippine social media, and obviously, social media is the way things get passed around nowadays. So people shared that out and found this guy very, very quickly. And another thing I want to point out, we're going to read an article here, is they're currently trying to hunt down his team, right?
Yeah.
His whole team. And a lot of people, especially the Filipinos in the audience, they were getting very mad, not just at him, but also at that team. And I think that's justifiable because, to be honest, he wouldn't have been able to go as far as he did without people making excuses for him, essentially for covering for him and lying and saying, oh yeah, this, sorry for this guy, right? Unless they were there apologizing and covering for this guy, he probably would have been in much more trouble even sooner than he was. It wouldn't have taken that long for him to get in trouble if
yung cameraman niya si Sly Kane, 'di ba? Ano siya, 'di ba? Musical artist. Pero yung YouTube niya, naka-turn off na yung comments. So, nagtatago na yata to. So, ano na update ni Sly Kane? Nadakip na ba? Or na-trace na kung saan siya? Tapos yung babae daw, girlfriend or wife ni Sly Kane. So, ito po si Sly Kane. Yan. So, turn off na po yung YouTube channel comment section niya. Pinopost ko rin po to sa Facebook ko. So, follow rin niyo po ako sa Facebook ko, ha? Yan, Joanne. Yan. Follow niyo ako sa Facebook, Joanne. So, balik tayo dito.
He was by himself. If he wasn't there with the cameraman, with the other team of locals that was deflecting things for him, I think he would be in much bigger trouble. I frankly do. All right, let's turn to the article that I want to read today and kind of get this moving. So right here, we've got an article. This is from ABS CBN. This is local kind of Manila news. I actually got this from their Twitter, their X account, and I just read it. I think it's a really good article. But Russian blogger Vitaly Zdorovetskiy showed no remorse. No remorse.
Wala talaga. No apology. Wala. Hindi nagsusorry. Diba? Tapos tayong mga Filipino, Asians, gusto natin yung humble tayo. Tapos nagsusorry tayo. Respectful tayo. Siya wala.
After his arrest for allegedly harassing Filipinos in Bonifacio Global City, the Bureau of Immigration said. Skip down here. He was Zdorovetskiy was tagged as an undesirable foreign national.
Oh my God! Tignan nyo yung mata niya. Tignan nyo yung mata niya. My goodness. Para bang wala. Parang nag-bullying talaga. Grabe.
From a restaurant in Taguig City on
Oh, nagro-roll siya ng mata niya. Tignan nyo yung praning. Praning talaga.
Monday morning, March 31st. Here he is, by the way, in the station, and you can see. I don't want to get too much ads over here, but you can see.
Makikita nyo talaga mga kababayan, wala talaga siyang respeto kahit sa ano natin, no? Police.
That he was kind of rolling his eyes there. The YouTuber has been transferred to the Bureau of Immigration's facility in Camp Bagong Diwa. I'm gonna show you that, and is awaiting
Bureau of Immigration
deportation
pala yan.
proceedings. So we're going to get into that as well. A separate change.org petition has accused the vlogger of verbally assaulting a Filipino surfing instructor with vulgar sexual.
Yeah, nakikita ko rin yan, no? Parang wala talagang respect. Nakikita ko yun, yung binibigyan siya ng instruction, tapos binubuli niya talaga, parang tinatawanan lang niya, ginagawa niyang katawa-tawa yung instructor.
Sexually degrading remarks during a safety briefing. He allegedly refused to follow safety rules and later told his followers to destroy the surfing building by leaving fake malicious reviews online. That's actually a crime.
Oh my goodness. Very irresponsible, tapos very immature. Baka talaga may kapansanan na talaga dito, no?
Crime in many places. I don't know about the Philippines, but that is actually a crime, right? That's business defamation. So he's encouraging you to engage in business defamation. There are now, this is great, searching for the Filipino cameraman.
Yan si Sly Kane.
Investigators are seeking to identify the Filipino cameraman who was with Zdorovetskiy in his blog. That is great. He said police would file complaints for cybercrime, unjust vexation, and theft against Zdorovetskiy later in the day. So obviously the Filipino cameraman will be a clear accomplice, right? And even the Filipino cameraman, he's like, we committed a lot of crimes today. So it showed that he...
Red hair si Sly Kane at the time. So baka ngayon, nag-change na ng color ng buhok niya. So mga kabayan ha, tignan nyo yan. Ano nang update ni Sly Kane at ng asawa niya?
Knew what he was doing. Like he actually knew what he was doing. So this guy better be hiding out in the provinces or something, because he's going to get found. Like he's going to get found. And he's going to have some consequences, I'm very sure, for being party to that and for enabling that. So let me show you guys where he was staying. So he was staying right here. Is this, what type of window is this? This is this one. Okay. So one of the Brave browser has less ads, so I use it, but Chrome is easier to use. Anyways, so this is Shangri-La at the Fort. This is a 5-star place. I have been here many a time. As you can see, the rooms are quite nice. This is not a side of the road motel. The quality here you would get in any Western place. They have spas, they have meeting rooms, right? They have a lot of stuff to do. But
It's a 5-star hotel.
Certainly it is a very high quality establishment. It is 5-star. Without a doubt. There's several Shangri-Las, but I think the one in the BGC is quite nice. So it is a very beautiful place. It is a very nice place to stay, right? Not to be besmirched by his reputation. I actually know one of the managers there. She's a very lovely woman in the lounge, because a lot of times I would need like a coffee or something, and I just want somewhere nice where I can get on the Wi-Fi and have a coffee. So, I would go down to the lounge at this one, or the one in Ortigas was also nice, or Makati. Was also nice, the Shangri-La chain. So very good people, very good service, really nice place, right? Really nice. That's where he was staying. Now let's meet his current place, shall we? Let's look at where he's at currently. He is at Camva. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I'm very sorry, my Pinoy brothers and sisters. This is...
Sana walang special treatment, no? Dahil foreigner siya, dapat equal treatment para maranasan naman niya yung buhay dyan sa Camp Bagong Diwa.
Where he's staying now. Let's tab over here real quick. Here's a picture of some happy people. Some happy people hanging out
Vitaly, makipagtungits ka dyan.
inside of this detention center, right? So he went from 5-star to yeah.
To 6-star.
Let's tab over further here. This is where he is. But this is so he went from this high quality thing to this level of quality. Listen, as could be said, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. It could not happen to a nicer guy. Yeah, it looks perfectly fine, right? Looks really comfortable. Like all of that flyers and looks great. Looks great,
Wala nang king size bed, Vitaly. Wala nang aircon, Vitaly.
Looks totally fine place to be. Totally the same as 5-star hotel. And I'm sure there's video from the inside. I'm sure that there's other rough stuff. Once again, I don't want to get any in trouble with you.
I-prank na lang sana niya yung fellow inmates niya. Tignan natin kung ano ang reaction.
Or anything else. Just want to comment on that quickly. Okay, so let's show you another interesting thing that I found here. So this was the Philippine deportation and detention statutes, which once again some people in the Philippines directed me to, and this is their provisions about the detention and deportation of foreign nationals. And what I thought was interesting was you actually, when you're waiting for deportation. So this is a good one. Where is this? Okay. Let's pay attention because procedure is often how you're screwed. Under Section 94, the order of deportation shall be enforced immediately, but in no case shall exceed 3 months from the date it has become final and executive. So right now, what's happening is he is waiting for an order of deportation. He hasn't received one. And apparently, just even receiving one can take a while. They can make you sit in there and wait. Somebody in the comments said they know somebody who's been waiting 2 years, right, to receive a final order of deportation. But even after that, they can keep you. So even when you have this order of deportation, you can be kept for 3 months. And I'm like, well, that is great. That is sort of the process, is the punishment. So essentially saying, hey, even after you get this order of deportation, they can hang on to you for 3 months. And remember, the punishment for some of these crimes, like unjust vexation, appears to be, based on what I read and based on what others said, like 1 month in jail, up to 1 month behind bars. Well, you're getting 3 months if you just keep him in the immigration center, keep him in the immigration deportation
Ang tuwa-tuwa niya, di ba mga Pinoy? Only in the Philippines.
center for 3 months. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that procedurally or at all. They're essentially getting 90 days of jail just because you want to, right? And once again, some people may cry and say, oh, what about due process? Don't come to other countries and screw around. By the way, Japan could do the same thing. Japan largely did that with Johnny Somali. They held him for several months before they deported him. And honestly, I think the Philippines should take a page out of Japan's book and say, hey, no, we're just going to hold this guy. We're just not going to do anything procedurally.
Yeah, hold para ma-feel naman niya yung mga consequence ng mga actions niya.
We're going to sit on it because we don't have to. Legally, we don't have to. We can just sit on this for 3 months and then ship this guy off. So we're going to waste his time. He won't be able to stream. He won't be able to make any money. There's no streaming. And he's screwed.
Pero guys, ang raming subscribers sa YouTube, no? Bakit kaya nagsusubscribe sila? Ako, never akong nagko-comment kasi yung iba nagko-comment sa mga old video niya. Hindi ako nagko-comment at tapos hindi ko rin pinapanood yung video niya. Maybe just a seconds kasi magkakapera pa rin siya kung nagko-comment kayo or nanonood kayo ng video niya or nagpa-follow kayo. Huwag kayong mag-comment sa video niya.
And once again, this is the process.
So guys, yun, napanood na natin yung mga reactions ng ibang mga YouTuber na natuwa talaga sa pagdakip dito kay Vitaly, Russian vlogger Vitaly sa Pilipinas. So, comment naman kayo dyan ha kung ano ang thoughts nyo dito kay Vitaly at gusto nyo pang mangyari sa kaso ni Vitaly dun sa Pilipinas. Okay guys, ingat kayo dyan. Until next time.